Hello, and once again, welcome to my channel. In today's episode, I want to talk to you about being triggered. Now, I've covered this topic previously in an episode early on in the narcissism series that I've been releasing, and it was specific about how is a narcissist triggered. Not strangely enough, this episode was actually one of the top hits on my channel. Everyone was curious, I guess, to know how is a narcissist triggered. However, in this episode, I'd like to focus on the other side. When the person that's being abused, narcissistically abused or otherwise, how the victim is being triggered. As usual, I like to use myself as an example since I've been in a narcissistic dynamic and got out of it safely. I can sit here and talk to you from personal experience in addition of me being a coach and a healer. When we're being triggered, the person who's being subjected to the abuse, normally we react. We react in different ways. A lot of it is defensive or emotional. There is no time to think and assess the situation and act accordingly. The trigger happens in the moment. Someone that's been subjected to some sort of abuse can be triggered by anything, at any time, at any place. All it takes is for something to remind you of a moment in time where you experienced abuse that would create a reference point in your mind, in your memory, that when it happens again, even if the abuse isn't happening anymore, it triggers something in you that causes you to react or even feel similar feelings, if not the same feelings that you felt when you were being subjected to that abuse. Now, I've discussed with you before that I've been subjected to narcissistic abuse and I've escaped the situation and I'm over it. However, that doesn't mean that I don't go through moments where I'm triggered, that certain things remind me of a situation or the person that once upon a time subjected me to those types of abusive behaviors. When you're going through healing, you will come to a point where you feel that you're over it and you're okay and life is moving forward and things seem to be looking up. And that's great. That's definitely a great step that you're feeling this way. Having said that, I can tell you now that there are times when a song may come on that may remind me of that same person that once upon a time abused me. I can be in a place or just passing by a place that once upon a time I used to go with my abuser to this particular place, and it would remind me. Now, even if the memories of that event, place, song, or whatever it may be, or object even, there it may have been a good memory, but now the good memory is tainted by the whole experience of being abused by that person. And once you're out of it and you're able to look at the whole scenario from a wider lens, you can't actually sit there and smile when you remember a good memory with your ex-narcissist, ex-abuser. You actually can't sit there and remember the good times and be like, oh wow, I remember those good old days. You can't. You just can't. Because all you're thinking about now is that you want nothing to do with that person, even the memory, even the good memories. You don't want it because everything is triggering you. Everything is reminding you of the pain that you went through. And you know what? That is totally normal in the healing process. So if you're feeling this way or you're experiencing this and you're wondering, why am I feeling this way? Don't be hard on yourself. That is so normal. It is so normal that you are feeling the pain every once in a while, that when you're reminded by something is triggering you, and then you realize, I haven't totally healed yet. Even if you have purposely distanced yourself and didn't go to those same places that you once used to go to, or you purposely don't listen to the songs that once upon a time you listened to that would remind you of your time together, or anything that the person have bought you, you threw it out or you've packed it away, or whatever it is that you did with it. Anything, like I said, can trigger you anytime and any place. There is no rule about being triggered. And don't let anyone tell you, oh, that shouldn't bother you anymore. That's been long gone. No one can tell you how you may or may not feel. No one can tell you how much healing you're able to do at this point. Only you know that. Only you know what you're capable of handling. If you haven't healed totally, that's okay. If you're still being triggered by certain things, that's okay. Be aware of it. Recognize when it happens. Understand that you are being triggered and allow yourself to feel whatever emotions that are coming to you right at that moment. Acknowledge it and understand it's done. They can't hurt you anymore. They will not be able to do to you what they once did to you. Because now you are in charge of your emotions and your life. You have the power back. They cannot take that away from you. They cannot subject you to whatever type of abuse that they have done to you before. And this is what you need to know. This is what you need to understand when you are being triggered. I'm not going to say if, because it's not a matter of if. It's a matter of when. You will be triggered. You will be triggered. It is very natural that you are not 100% healed. This can take time, and I cannot tell you how much time it will take you because every person is different. What may take me a month may take you a year. What may take you a month may take me a year, or years for that matter. And I know now you're saying, oh my God, years? I'm going to be going through this for years? You know what? Don't worry what's going to happen tomorrow. Don't worry what's going to happen a year from now. Well, don't worry, period. But focus on this moment, right here, right now. Feel proud of yourself. Feel proud. Be proud, I should say. Be proud that you are living this moment and you are getting over it and you're rising above it as it's happening. You're not supposed to be a superhero handling everything and being strong and not shedding a tear and not letting it get to you. That's you denying your feelings. That's you running away from dealing with whatever emotions that are coming. So again, I reiterate, it's okay that you are being triggered. Can we avoid some of the triggers? If you can, do it. For example, a song. A song plays on the radio that will remind you or will trigger you or will cause you to hyperventilate. Turn it off. Next, change the radio station. Turn off the radio altogether. If a certain place that you pass by is reminding you of that, you could avoid it. Take a different route. But please, don't get into the habit of avoiding everything in order to prevent being triggered. Sometimes we have to confront what scares us the most. I'll give you a small example. If you've gotten into, God forbid, a car accident, for a while you will be shaken. For a while you may think, oh my God, I cannot get behind the wheels anymore because I'm just so scared that it will happen again, or I'm going to be reminded of the moment where I was involved in a car accident. But if you were to get the courage and get behind that wheel and drive again, you will start to overcome the fear of being involved in an accident. Now, it's not going to take away the fact that the accident happened, but you'll realize that stuff happens. Car accidents happen. And yeah, we wish that it didn't happen to you, but it did. And whatever damage it did is whatever damage it did, whether it be to bodily injury or just damage to the car, or it's now being graded on the insurance and you're paying higher premium because of it. There are always consequences to everything that happens. And being in a car accident, which is just a small example I'm bringing to you, yes, it happened, but you cannot allow the car accident to stop you from driving. Likewise, you cannot stop yourself from living your life, from enjoying being in certain places, from even enjoying certain music that you enjoy so much, but because reminds you of the person that once abused you, then you're like turned off completely of that place, of that song, of that material object, of an experience, whatever it may be. Because in a way, this is part of healing. Part of healing is confronting what caused you pain and try to detach the memory of that person that created those trigger points and replace it by newer ones. So you could start going to the same place that you once enjoyed with your ex-narcissist, ex-abuser, and either go by yourself or go with someone else and create new memories there. That new one will now be the more fresh memory. And even though if you may go to this place, you may still remember that, okay, I used to come here with this person. It is now not as much. And little bit by little bit, you will forget completely that once upon a time, that person used to be here with you, sitting at the table across from you, because now there's other people you get to enjoy that with. And this is how you conquer your triggers, by confronting them, but also by recognizing them for what they are and not suppressing them or allowing yourself to go down a rut of feeling helpless, that, oh my God, why can't I get over this? Don't be so hard on yourself, and don't allow anyone else to be hard on you, because they're not in your shoes. They will never be in your shoes. No matter how much they say, I understand what you're feeling. No, they don't. They don't. Nobody could ever understand or know or feel what you felt. I think I've blabbed on for too long, and perhaps it's time for me to end this episode. Hopefully, whatever I shared with you from the heart today, I just felt like saying it because I'm personally going through this myself. And because I know it's tough, I thought it's probably a good idea that I talk about this point, so those of you who are dealing with this can relate and can understand you're not alone and you can get through this. And until next episode, please take care of yourselves. Ciao, ciao. I hope you liked this video. Please do hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. Thank you for watching.